Okay, so welcome along to this tutorial. We're using World of Graphics, so we're going to do question 1, that's drawing board exercise 6.3, question 1. It's on page 82 if you want to follow along. So a logo for a digital media company has been shown below. It's based on a regular octagon. Reproduce the logo to the dimensions given. So we're given some dimensions here. So we're given this guy here, which has a base length of 63 millimeters. We're given our divisions then are in 21s. It's made out of a regular octagon shape. So we're going to draw that first and then draw in our divisions in the center. So if we start off on our page, we can come up you can come up 20 millimeters above your title block, and I'm just going to start by drawing my baseline. Now, similar to when we were drawing our triangles or when we were drawing any of the other polygons that we had, we start off with our baseline and we're going to mark out our distance. So in this case it's going to be 63 millimeters. So I'm going to mark my starting point and my end point, so 63 millimeters. If I want to, I can index them, so I'm just going to put them as being A and B. Now we have our simple maths that we have to do. So anytime that we're looking at polygons, we have to look at 360 degrees and we divide that by the number of sides. So because it's 8 sides, it's going to be 45 millimeters that we're going to be, or 45 degrees, sorry, that we're going to be looking at. Okay, so that means the angles coming out from here and here, the external angle that's there is going to be 45 degrees. Now we have our set square which has 45 degrees here, so I can just create my external angle here by drawing along like this and drawing along like this. Now it is best practice just to put your length of your side. So if your side length is 63 millimeters, we're going to get that from our line AB and mark it on the left and mark it on the right. So once we have those lines marked in, what we can do is we're going to draw our vertical lines on the right and the left. So the left coming up from here and the right coming up from here. So again, I can use my 45-degree set square. And then marking them off here as well. And then we'll have two angles coming in returning at 45 degrees. So again, I can use my 45-degree set square. I'm going to mark them in there from that side, mark it in from that side. Mark off our height, mark off our height. And if we're accurate, then this should just be a horizontal line and they should both be at the same level. So we're just going to mark that in there. So now that has the top of my octagon. So now that we've the whole lot of our octagon drawn, what we can do is we can start to mark off the different distances that we have. So here on the right hand side, it's telling us that we have to split these up into 21, 21 and 21. So we can measure those out. So I'm just going to measure 21. And then it would be 42. So 21 and 21 is 42. So that's my two markings that are there. Okay, now because this line here is parallel to this one, I can just bring those markings up and over like that using my 45-degree set square. Because remember, this 45 degrees is 90 degrees to this one, so it's a right angle. So I'm just marking up my two distances up there. And then on this point here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark in these distances too. So I'm going to mark 21. And then 21 and 21 is 42. And then mark these over onto my top right hand corner here. And top right hand corner there. Okay, so once I have those drawn in, I'm going to draw in some light lines. So coming across this way, and from this corner, and the same from this one. And then from this corner, I'm going to bring the same over. So drawing this line over here, this one coming over this way, this one coming over this way, and then this one coming over this way. So now all we have to do is start to fill in our pattern that's there. So this center line here is going to go down this way. Okay, and then what we have is we have it that it's stepped down here, going the full way. Okay, we have this here. This one is going to go this way. As you can see, it's starting to take a bit of shape. And then we just have the central square as well. So once we've this drawn in, then we can start to do the outside part of our figure. So we could draw that down across here. Oh, I actually went too heavy on this part because that actually won't be there in the logo. So if you want to, after this, what we can do is we can start to fill this out in some coloring pencils and get some color to it as well. But that's the basic shape of what you would be drawing.